certificate program. So I welcome all of you. So I would start with Dr. Avinash, who would give the opening remarks about the Manipal Law School and Manipal Law School's efforts to promote industry-specific LLM programs and other certificate programs. Over to you, Dr. Avinash.
Uh, thank, thank you, Professor Venkatesh. So, first of all, I welcome all my senior dignitaries, teachers in this construction law and contract management program, and the students. The idea which we developed in last like a few months, and when I was discussing with the Professor Venkatesh, the idea was that can we create some industry-focused, good quality programs in our Indian market? So, with then, I was looking for some niche areas. Then a very good and common friend of Venkatesh and me, like he introduced to me, and then we started developing this idea. And then when he talked about this construction law, but I think I must give the entire credit to Mr. Ratan Singh because in 2020, I think yes, in February 2020, we met in a very good international conference in Delhi, International Commercial Arbitration. And then he introduced with this idea that there is a construction law and there is a construction arbitration, and in Indian market we need to promote this idea. So I think the seed was very much developed on that day. But then obviously you need someone to take care of the program because that's not my specialization. My specialization is competition law, intellectual property law, artificial intelligence, data privacy law. So I think these are my areas. So I have no idea about construction law. But then I found Professor Venkatesh. He shown his interest to join Manipal Law School as a full-time professor of practice, which is recently introduced and approved by University Grant Commission in India. So UGC, the higher education regulator in India, recently introduced a scheme where senior people like Professor Venkatesh, they can also join a university full time as a professor of practice without PhD. So being a very innovative institute, Manipal Law School and MAHE, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, we took this initiative why we should not, take the leadership in this area. So we started discussing this idea, and the idea which we are developing so far that we want to introduce high quality online certificate programs in this area. Then in this year only, we would like to go for EDP, like the Executive Development Program and Management Development Program, just like B schools. So the idea is that the B schools are providing very high quality executive education in terms of EDP and MDP to working professionals. But unfortunately, law schools in our country, in India, are so far, well, I must say that we haven't started yet, you won't find any quality EDP or MDP in any Indian law school. Even the top class NLUs or the DU or, you name any top class law school, uh, you won't find any quality EDP and MDP for working professionals. And I think this is the gap which we are trying to fill. This is a very simple problem that as a law school, we have a responsibility to contribute quality programs in market and for the society. Uh, so I think following the same spirit, we have introduced this certificate program and we have received approval for another certificate program. I believe that Professor Venkatesh will introduce the other programs like the another certificate program, two EDP and MDP program, which we will be launching in this academic year till June 2024. And in July 2024, we are planning to introduce India's first construction law LLM program. So that LLM program again will be taught by working senior professors like you, professionals and professors. And that program will be available in both mode, regular as well as hybrid. So the regular program is for the young generation who wants to go in this area because we need that generation also. Okay. So the students who are recently graduated from the law school, they will be able to enroll in our regular program and they will be trained by working professionals. And in the second semester, they will go for 3 months internship to get practical exposure and training, and eventually they will find a placement, in this area. So this is how we are training the future generation in this area. The hybrid program would be in online mode that will be focusing on the working professionals. So classes will be live just like the certificate program. We don't intend to launch any pre-recorded type of certificate or EDP, MDP or LLM. What we believe that in the classroom, debate, discussion, argument are very much required. Because in a pre-recorded sessions, you can't discuss, argue, I think that's very much required in legal education or any type of education, not only legal education. So we don't want to go for masses. Our target is not to reach out to 500 or 1000 people. We want to keep it very small. For example, the certificate programs, our cap is only 20. Okay, though it's an online program, we can reach to 50, 100, but that's not our objective. Our objective that it should be small classroom where people can interact, discuss, debate, argue, disagree, because I think this is how the legal education should be given to students. And in the EDP and MDP, our cap is only 10. Okay, for the senior working professionals, in a small classroom setup, only 10 students, one faculty. Okay, so and for the LLM again, the cap is only 20 or maximum 30. Okay, so the idea is that the Manipal believes in quality. We are not looking for a big number. We are more concerned that can we provide quality education and quality training in market. Okay, so this is very simple idea which we are trying to develop. So this year we have started 2 LLM programs in the same manner, LLM in data privacy and cyber law and LLM in information technology law. Both programs are available in regular as well as hybrid. So the hybrid mode, students will take their classes in from Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. in evening, Saturday, 4 hours classes, online live classes. And at the end of the semester, they need to come to Bengaluru campus to write their end term examination. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it will be an open book exam. Those 3 days, they will meet their LLM supervisor. Because the another objective which we have through this LLM program that we want to promote quality research work, quality research and publication. I strongly believe that working professionals, they have amazing ideas because they do understand the problems and solution in practical life. Okay, so like sometime it happens that we professors, we live in our small classroom and the cabin type of system. We have no idea what is happening outside. So I think if a professor and a working professional, if they work together as a LLM student and a supervisor, so the student can give some practical problems and solutions, and the LLM supervisor can guide them to how to write in an academic manner. How to write a good research paper, how to write a LLM dissertation. So during 3 days, we will train our students how to write as as a research paper or LLM dissertation, and then they will meet their LLM supervisor also. So we have very simple idea that we want to promote quality education. Finally, research and publication, because research and publication should be the final outcome of any education program, especially at the master's level. If our LLM dissertations are not at the good quality, then I don't think that we are really contributing for the society. So there are different stakeholders in education. One is faculty or the department, then the students. The third and the important stakeholder is society. So as a law school, students and faculties, they should work together to bring some quality research and publication and knowledge for the society. So I think with these objectives, we are, we are moving right now with the 2 LLMs. And next year, under the guidance and leadership of Professor Venkatesh and Sri Ratan Singh ji and Philip, we would like to introduce quality LLM program. But this year, our focus would be certificates, EDP and MDP programs. And finally, I must say that entire credit goes to Professor Venkatesh. I have still no idea about construction law. So I'm still working as a manager, you know. I think I think that's a problem with dean and director positionship. You start working as a manager, you know, you just manage things and getting approvals from top management and arranging things, you know. So whatever hurdles like this program could have faced, all are done. We have got approval from the university side, written approval for EDP, MDP, and certificate programs. And I like to mention to participants that you will get alumni status also of Manipal by doing this program, because this is not a like, see, Manipal doesn't work in an informal manner. Okay, so even I was very shocked when they asked me to present my objective, the plan, and everything. Okay, and we got a written approval from the registrar office. And now this certificate program is mentioned as a program on the Manipal University website, Mahe website. Okay, so you will get the registration number, you will be treated as a student, and finally you will be treated as an alumni also. So I think that's the beauty of a top class university, which doesn't believe only in making money out of these certificate programs. We want to give you quality experience also, you know. So I think with these words, and the last thing, Mr. Ratan Singh, sir, I thank you very much for accepting our invitation. I think nothing could be great, you know, by starting this program with your presence. You know, I know who are you and everybody knows you. We don't need to tell, but I think your interest in education, especially in construction law, is amazing. You know, and I, at least as a director, I can ensure you that we are damn serious about this thing. You know, we are not here to make money, frankly speaking. You know, our objective is not to make money. Our objective is to make it sustainable. Okay, so that we can invite top class people to train our students and impart quality education and training. So, sir, your blessings will be highly required, and your support, guidance, and our Professor Venkatesh he's like a champion in this area. So I think I feel very secure now, because my job is over. As a director, my job is done. So now you people will take care of this certificate, EDP and MDP. And my job will start next year when I will go for approval of LLM program. So thank you very much. And lastly, all the trainers, I think thank you very much for accepting our invitation. I know you guys are very busy, and finding a time, you know, to teach and train is not that easy, especially your busy schedule. But I really appreciate your kind gesture that you have shown your interest to, you know, share your knowledge and experience with new generation. Because in this program, you will find different type of people. Even you will find some students from top class universities like the King's College, Cardiff. So our objective is that these programs should help people, and you are the game changer. You are the, I think, believe me, in what we are doing together, it's going to be a game changer in Indian market in next 3 to 5 years, because our trained students will be taking leadership roles in this area. And finally, my partner, Philip, thank you very much for accepting, collaborating with the Manipal Law School. C Cubed, it's a great organization, and we are very privileged to work with you. Professor Venkatesh has said amazing things about you. So I hope to see you. All good, don't worry, all good. Professor Venkatesh is such a gentleman person. Like I don't that he can say even a bad thing about anyone. He's a thoroughly gentleman guy. So thank you very much. I think I have taken enough time. So I think let's start. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Avinash. So now I will ask Mr. Phil Simons to say a few words about the collaboration and the C Cubed and their initiatives.
Thank you very much, Venkat. Good morning to everybody, or good afternoon over there. We're very happy and pleased to be involved in this. To give you a very brief background of some of my work in the 45 or so years I've been in the construction industry, it's been totally spun around dispute resolution and training of operatives and employees within the construction industry. And I think that the opportunity to give students a a flavour of practical knowledge and people that are working in the industry is vital to get them a sound background of how to develop, rather than just technical information, how to put that into practice and achieve the results that they all want to do. I was involved in a very similar programme at Manchester University, where they wanted to bring in some external professionals that were working in the industry to give a practical slant to the programme. And I worked with them for, I think it was about 4 or 5 years. And the level of knowledge that those students got with having external professionals coming in was phenomenal. And the quality of the course went up dramatically. So I think the introduction of this type of program, where it's not really available at the moment, is a massive step forward, and we at C-Cubed are very happy to join in and lend our hand with it. I think Venkat is obviously going to drive most of it, and I'll do whatever I can to either assist him in the background or do some practical work when it becomes appropriate. So from C-Cube's point of view, we welcome the opportunity and thank you all to invite us in, and we're very happy to assist and look forward to this program being very successful. So I don't want to waste too much more time. I'd just like to say that we are all eager to get going with this, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Bill. So now I would like to Mr. Dharmender to say a few words. He's a Contracts and Commercial Director of Parsons Overseas, having over 38 years of experience. So, Mr. Dharmender. Dharmender, you are on mute.
Yeah. Good afternoon, all. Thank you so much, Professor Avinash, Mr. Ratan, and Mr. Venkat, Mr. Phil, for giving kind of opportunity to be among you all. I think you are all very, very eminent industry expert. And for that matter, when I was going through this the list of tutors which are going to be part of this curriculum, and a few tutors like I know personally, like Mr. Phil, when I was reading his bio, he started his career with the James Knoll. Now the James Knolls, I don't know if some of you are aware, they were the pioneers in disputes and construction disputes, and we have all grown up studying their seminar notes and the kind of things they used to publish, like 50 contractual problems, 100 contractual problems. So we have all grown up, reading their seminar literatures and all. And then Professor Venkata Raghavan in Dubai, he's like a colleague to me. And in Dubai, whenever he holds a seminar, his seminar sells out even more. It draws more crowd than even any Salman Khan movie. That he is that popular in Dubai. So so we have been like, I know Professor Venkata for almost 20-25 years now in Dubai. So I think he's managing the program. So I think all participants, I can assure you that you are going to have a great knowledge, through him. And then Mr. Ganesan, like he's a guest faculty at IIT. Then Mr. Sampath Raman, I don't know if you are aware, he is the first Indian in UAE. He got his MRICS, and MRICS, if some of you know, that is one of the most distinguished professional affiliation. So he is like that kind of elite speaker. And then we have Mr. Dayanidhi and Mr. Venkat. They are all eminent speakers. And Mr. Faisal, he comes from Princeton Manson, and Princeton Manson, if you are aware, is the top, one of the top law the firm. So with these kind of people and this kind of tutors, and then I was seeing even the list of participants. I think you all are from very, very senior people, and I'm working at senior industry position. So with this kind of elite crowd, where all the tutors are from such so elite, and even the crowd and participants are so sort of working in senior capacities. So I think this program is going to be a sort of amazing program, and it will lead to many programs of this. But I think this program is going to be the sort of kind of milestone in Mr. Venkata Raghavan's sort of venture to start this construction law and contract management for Indian students and international students. So I wish everybody, all of you, a great learning through this course, and it's an absolute privilege for me to be part of this session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dharmender, for the kind words. Now I would like to invite Mr. Ganesan, my mentor, my college senior, my ex-colleague, and known to me for so many years, I think 30 years almost. So to say a few words from his experience of tutoring at IIT and how he sees this program through.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be part of this team. Thanks to Mahe, Dr. Avinash, Venkat, of course. He affectionately calls me his mentor, but he's more knowledgeable in these areas than what I do. Because what I carry is mainly practical knowledge, but I've been on industry working for close to 40 years. And then last 15 years, I've been dealing with contracts and disputes for various companies in India. And then IIT chose to invite me as a guest faculty in 2015 for their master's program in construction management. Basically, that's a program funded and started by Larsen & Toubro, one of the largest construction conglomerate in India, where they sponsor students under their Build India scholarship. So they sponsor their own engineers as well as some of them directly from colleges who have just graduated. And I used to teach them construction contracts and specification, which is one of the courses, full-time 1 semester course. And I was drawn in there at 2015 at the invite of IIT Madras. And then I continued there C21, and then 22 I left for US, and then I couldn't continue there any further. So my experience, based on my experience with the contracts, what I find is basically people have either not read through the contract probably, or even if they've read through, they've not understood the contract properly. So the attempt here, and then probably from my colleagues, etc., maybe basically to understand the importance of what a contract means, because everything germinates from that. And then hopefully that we will be able to kindle the interest so that people go through the contract thoroughly, and then also learn a few tips from the senior faculty who are handling who have handled or handling the various courses, how to deal with the issues, because no contract is without an issue. So I welcome all the participants. I once again thank Mahe, and I'm very happy to be in the august company of my fellow tutors. So I leave it here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ganesan. Now to Mr. Sampath Raman. There are two Sams very popular in Dubai. One is Dr. Sam, another one is Mr. Sam. Perhaps that's how you should put it that way. So he is working for a British consultancy as a commercial director, Mace International, 30 years of experience, most respected cost professional, I would say. I learned a lot when I was preparing for my chartered membership from RICS. So I would like to invite him to say a few words. He's going to do 2 models actually. So 4 days of tutoring. So he's one of the main pillars of this program, so to say. So over to Mr. Sampath Raman.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to catch up with everyone, leading experts in the industry. I know Venkat as a MEP manager when I was doing Jumeirah Beach Residence project. And it's a wonderful transformation of Venkat from MEP to a contracts professional and the leading person in the industry. Mr. Dharmender Pathasani, I know him since 2003. We all connected in the industry through professional groups. I thank Mr. Avinash, the director of the post. It's a great opportunity. You've taken the initiative, you've given us a platform. We have a lot of experience in the respective projects and gain in the industry, gain through respective projects, various projects in UAE. But this is a platform, an opportunity for us to share our experience and connect academics to industry. This is a fantastic platform, and I really appreciate the initiative. And I'm pretty confident this will be a very successful course and more sought after course for many people in the industry. I got an opportunity to meet Mr. Ratan K Singh today. Sir, thank you very much for the introduction and ability to meet you. through the online, and we will get in touch soon for more interaction with us. Mr. Ganesan, all guru for us, with so much of experience behind him, and we all need to share knowledge amongst us. And if you see the structure of the course, Venkat, thank you very much, and Avinash as well, to put this course together. It's a great effort. And one Saturday morning, Venkat calls me and says, Sam, I want to come and see you. I said, no problem, come and see me. So I thought for different reasons, but he's come and discussed about this course and things. And I said immediately, yes. So we should definitely do something for the industry. And that's how it's all, come together. The structure of the course is fantastic. It covers all aspects of construction, commercial management and law and contracts management, and it's pretty important. And I can see the cohorts are from different organizations holding different positions, pretty diverse group of people, even as cohorts who are taking up this course. And it will be very, very useful for us as well, an industry, to interact with various organizations and to share the experience with them and also share their experience with us. So that way, I think it's going to be a very really good course, and it's going to be successful and fantastic. Once again, thank you very much for all the tutors, Mr. Phil. It's been a great introduction from your end, and fantastic. And we will look forward to meet all the cohorts through the course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sampath. Now over to our chief guest, Mr. Ratan Singh. Last week, I met him in Delhi when I went for that International Technical Arbitrators Conference. When I mentioned this idea, like a schoolboy, he was in all of joy. And he said that, leave my busy profession. I'm there for you for whatever time you want. So really, after meeting him, I got all the confidence that we will be able to do this in a better manner for the industry. Over to you, sir. Your blessings and inaugurating the course.
Thank you. Thank you, Venkat. Thank you, Avinash, Mr. Phil Simons, Mr. Ganeshan, Dharmender, Mr. Sampath Raman. I'm really happy today to see this certificate course getting inaugurated. This was my dream, and it is like dream coming true. Sometimes back, I was in serious talks with IIT Delhi when Professor K. C. Iyer, Mr. Ganeshan would know him. Professor K. C. Iyer had become dean then. And there was advanced level talk to run construction law course in IIT Delhi. But then during this COVID, snatched Professor Iyer from us. And so we could not take it forward. Thereafter, there have been institutions who are in touch with me for this. But when Venkat talked about this certificate course, I was really very happy to know about this initiative. And I said that I'll be glad to be part with any such course in whatever possible manner. In fact, this subject is close to my heart. I have practiced this subject for a number of years. And this subject got me entry in Keating Chambers, London. And I brought SCL, Society of Construction Law in India. And I have been talking about this subject for long. So far as the certificate course is concerned, this will help the industry, as Avinash was talking about, that ultimately whole idea is to help the industry so that industry gets benefited out of it. Now, today morning, I have spoken in a conference for around 50 minutes. And I was talking about first principles of some of the aspects of construction law. And delegates and attendees were all public sector and government departments, procurement teams. And the kind of questions I saw coming were very, very basic. That necessarily means that our professionals in the industry are not being taught even the first principles, either in engineering colleges or in law colleges, and which is really a matter of concern. So this initiative of Manipal University, Manipal Law College, is a welcome step, and I'm overwhelmed with the presence of such a great and eminent personalities at the faculties. And I'm very sure that this course, this new beginning with this certificate course will really take us far, far. In fact, about my seriousness about this course, my both children are doing LLB in England. I asked both of them to join this course, and they are joining this course today. They are the participants here. Lots of my interns and lots of my juniors. And what I told Venkat was this. I said, on behalf of Society of Construction Law, we will do everything possible to promote this course for the benefit of the lawyers, the engineers, and the industry. So, and I'm glad that Avinash talked about the LLM course, which is contemplated. So I see great future for LLM course as well. In fact, this April I was in Singapore for this International Academy of Construction Lawyers event, which we have annual event where only fellows are assemble and have discourse about various aspects of construction law. And Matthew Bell, who runs a construction law course, who is the course director in Melbourne University, he is one of our co-fellows. Matthew is also running LLM course there. And that course is again a very sought after course. But we didn't have any course, such course in India. We do not teach anywhere, as I said earlier. So I would look forward to the LLM course, and whatever support in my humble way I can extend to the LLM course, I'll be always there. That much I can assure all of you gentlemen. Law colleges produce lawyers. That is what Manipal Law College intend to do. And for this construction industry, the two categories of lawyers will get produced and are getting produced. One category of lawyers will be dealing with contentious issues, and other category will be dealing with non-contentious. So one category of people will be negotiating the contracts. They will be getting contracts executed, or maybe they'll go forward and see that contracts are implemented properly. But one thing, please mind it, in India, unlike in other jurisdictions and developed jurisdictions, lawyers' role are minimal when it comes to negotiation or execution of the contract or contract implementation. Lawyers are generally involved in at dispute stage, which is not a good sign, because you need to have lawyers on the board from beginning. And whole purpose of this course is and should be to create a pool of lawyers who would have domain knowledge. Ultimately, whenever you teach construction law, what you teach essentially is how a particular project is executed, from the stage of negotiation till the stage of project completion and dispute resolution. What lawyers do if they are in arbitration or in court, they basically recreate the whole project. Now, a lawyer who does not understand industry, who does not understand what are the critical disputes, who will not understand what are the critical remedies, and who will not understand the criticalities and peculiarities of the project, they will not be able to assist the industry or to the tribunal. And this misnomer that construction law is nothing but advanced level of contract law, this misnomer has to go. It is much beyond law of contract. I heard Mr. Ganeshan saying that in projects, people either do not read the contract documents, or if they read, they do not understand the contract documents. There cannot be any solution to the first kind of set of people who do not read the contract documents. But people who read the contract documents and do not understand, this is where I would say law school should stay. Basically, the engineers and project people should think like lawyers, and that is what essentially contract law courses do and should do. For engineers, I sometimes say on the lighter note that for engineers 2 + 2 is always 4, but for lawyers 2 + 2 is not always 4. So this is the difference in thinking process. Lawyers look at documents differently. They use the various tools of interpretation when they read any contract documents, so and so forth. So that is why construction law course and construction law course will also teach the students about the peculiarities, the risk allocation in the contracts, how to take care of uneven risk allocations. And risks in construction contracts are immense because these are long-term contracts and it has to go for months or years together. So all of this, and then again its peculiarities, and you will be shocked to know that in most of the arbitrations where either I sit as arbitrator or I represent parties, whenever you have delay disputes coming in, or even in courts, in Telangana High Court in relation to one expressway project for an international commercial arbitration, I'm arguing. And I'm talking about what is excusable delay, what is non-excusable delay, what is critical delay. Now, so these basic things we talk about in arbitrations even before retired Supreme Court judges, and they have lots of problem in appreciating this. I must be very candid on that. Very, very, very clear on that, because they have never heard of this. So by doing what we are doing today, by starting such courses, we are not only helping the industry, we are the construction industry, we are helping legal industry. We will create good pool of construction lawyers, contentious, non-contentious, and we'll also create good quality arbitrators and dispute resolvers. So my all wishes to Mr. Avinash, the team, Mr. Venkat, and my all, I would say that these students who have joined today are very lucky to be blessed with such a fantastic group of trainers, eminent trainers. It has never been seen in India. So my all best wishes to all of you. And with this, I inaugurate this certificate course on construction law. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ratan Singh. So thank you all of you for taking time to be part of this inauguration session. So the classes will be starting from next weekend. So we are going to have Saturdays and Sundays for the next 8 weeks. Going to be intense learning. There's going to be quizzes. There's going to be case studies. There's going to be practical examples. So this is not a classroom teaching. This is going to be sharing of the knowledge. If you have some specific problem for the cohorts, you want to discuss, by all means, you are welcome to discuss with your tutors in the appropriate sessions, so we can deliberate and we can enhance our knowledge. And in fact, I would say that after doing training in the international market, I've learned a lot actually, because that helps us to go back and understand and try to give further ideas and further interpretations. So that always, learning never stops. That's how I will put it. So this was also my long-term dream, that why we are not having this kind of a program in India. There's so much of construction going on the past few years. So hopefully, with all the support of Manipal Law School, with all the eminent tutors, to Mr. Ratan Singh and Society of Construction Law, we are hopeful that we will be able to deliver what is needed in the industry today. I thank everyone again. So let us make this happen with all your support and efforts. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So, students, if you want to have anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, briefly, 1 or 2 minutes. So we will have more talking, more interaction from next week. So if something you wanted to just say, you can unmute. Maybe you can switch on your camera and you can say something. If you have nothing else to say, we will wind up today. So I think we have done it on time. I think that's one of the rare things happening in the construction contracts. And so that's a good start. That's a good start, I would say.
No. But if you do everything right, then many people will lose their jobs, right?
So I think
Mahe will not need their program itself.
that's good. So we have allowed 1 hour. We have done in 40 minutes. So that's good. That's great. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Venkat. See you next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nice meeting all of you.
Yeah, and you.
Bye.
Meeting all of you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. Yeah, great.
Thank you.